guys, so if you take a look at my back right there, you can see a plaque. That's a YouTube 100,000 subscriber plaque. So this is only my second YouTube channel. That over there is a plaque that I received when my first YouTube channel, Farm Up, reached 100,000 subscribers. Now currently, the Farm Up channel has over 400,000 subscribers in less than 4 years. And I got to 100,000 subscribers in less than 1 year. And if I can tell you honestly, starting a YouTube channel is probably one of the best, if not the very best decision that I've made in my life. So if you're considering starting a YouTube channel in 2024, I'm going to be telling you why you need to start a YouTube channel. Now, I consider starting a YouTube channel one of the best decisions of my life because number one, it enabled me to earn from YouTube. Now, earning from YouTube actually caused two huge major changes in my life. Number one, it was able to enable me grow my farm. When I started out farming, I only had a limited amount of cash that was coming from my salary. When I started a YouTube channel and I got to a point where the channel was actually monetized and I had money coming in, I could then divert a lot of this money and invest it into my farm that actually enabled the farm to grow. And as the farm grew, the YouTube channel grew because they grew together. But secondly, guys, I quit my job as a human medical doctor to go out and do farming on YouTube when I was just 29 years old. Now that's crazy. And you're wondering, how did a YouTube channel enable you to do that? It's simply because I had the cushion of backup money that I could actually consider quitting. You know, I wasn't worried that someday I'm going to quit my job and I'll not have food. Of course, while working as a doctor, I was earning a salary. So that means that I had some form of job security. I wasn't worried that someday I would fail to pay my rent or someday I would miss meals. But now here I was practicing as a farmer, and I wasn't very certain at that time if maybe farming was one option that would actually enable me live this kind of life without any issues. So having a YouTube channel that was actually earning money gave me a backup option, and this proved to be very useful because in the end I actually never really needed to have depended on YouTube money because the farm was able to sustain me. But I went into the option of quitting and actually did quit because I had a little bit of comfort behind my head that just in case anything happens, it's very unlikely that both my farm and YouTube will fail at the same time. Now, the other thing that YouTube actually did is that it took my business to another level in terms of advertising. You see, when I started farming, I was just a farmer where I'm producing eggs and selling them in my community. But at some point, I grew my business to a point where I'm able to sell chicks to other farmers. And what that meant is that number one, on my YouTube channel, because I teach a lot of farmers about what I do and about what to do what I do, a lot of farmers actually joined the business. So a lot of farmers were willing to do what I do. And that meant that I immediately got ready customers for what I'm producing because I was producing day-old chicks. So these chicks I would produce, I would sell to the people watching my channel. So that enabled me to grow my business, it enabled me to scale my business. But also, even for the people who were already farming, a lot of them, when they saw what I'm doing on my channel, and they can easily and clearly see the results of my chicks and how they are raised, a lot of them come and buy. So the YouTube channel helped propel my business further. Also, the YouTube channel helped create networking opportunity amongst other farmers, amongst other YouTubers. For example, these guys I would never have thought I would have met in my life. For example, you guys know Wodemaya, you know, he's one of the greatest African YouTubers. Goes around the world sharing a lot of African stories. I was able to meet really nice, huge influencers like this because of the YouTube channel. I've met quite a number of influencers. I've met a number of, you know, big people who I thought I ideally would never meet in my accord, all because of the YouTube channel. And these have created huge business opportunities for me. So is it too late to start a YouTube channel? The plain answer is hell no. You see, when I was thinking about starting my own YouTube channel, at that point, one of the questions that I always saw when I was watching YouTube videos was, is it too late to start a YouTube channel? And of course, some people would be like, you know, maybe it's too late, it's not the best time. You know, the people who started 3 years ago, right now are at another level, they are way ahead of you. And I started, and here I am. So I can tell you the best time to have started a YouTube channel was probably 2007 when YouTube had just started. But the next best time is actually now. You will never have a better time. It can't be tomorrow. Right now is the best time for you to start a YouTube channel. So it's never too late. If you want to start, there's still a lot of opportunities. We all don't know where YouTube is going to be 10 years from now. We don't know whether it will be there tomorrow or whether it will be present 30 years from now. What we know is that it's there pays YouTubers. It's a very good platform. Actually, the second most used website on the internet is YouTube, after number one, which is Google, and YouTube is owned by Google. The idea is that if you're on YouTube, you have very high chances of being found. So I would suggest that if you want to start, there's nothing like it's too late. Go right there and start. So what enables someone to grow on YouTube? First, we shall talk about what is not important in your growth, and that is camera gear and all kinds of equipment. I'll tell you guys, when I started my first YouTube channel, I grew to over 120,000 subscribers when I was using my phone to both shoot and edit. I didn't have any fancy lights, I didn't have any audio equipment, I didn't have any fancy computers, no cameras, just my phone. That's why I would shoot and edit videos and I would upload them on YouTube. And trust me, a lot of them would even look better than a lot of people who have cameras and all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people. I have a friend, Miss Trudy, you know, on YouTube. You can check her out. Miss Trudy, up to now, she still shoots on her phone, you know, on her iPhone. I wasn't using an iPhone, I was using a Samsung phone. If you're using an iPhone, it doesn't matter what kind of phone you're using, you can actually shoot and edit. She is almost at 400,000 subscribers and she shoots on her phone. I see people who actually shoot on their phones and they have over 1 million subscribers. So you can shoot, edit on your phone, it doesn't matter. It's not a prerequisite for your channel to become big. I've seen people with huge, nice, cool equipment and their channels have, you know, 5,000 subscribers. They struggle to get 1,000 views on a video, but they have all the coolest equipment. So equipment is not one of the most important things you need in order to grow your channel. So ideally, what do you have to do in order to grow your channel? Plain and simple, deliver value to an audience. That's all it requires. It's just like a business. You know, when you're starting a business, all you want to do is deliver value and you'll get people coming to buy from you. Same thing with your YouTube channel. You want to get viewers, people to come and view your YouTube channel, because views is what translates to money in whatever form, whether it's directly from YouTube, whether it's from sponsors, whether it's from other people who will connect to the channel and want to buy products from you. It all comes from views. So the only way you can grow views on YouTube is by delivering value to your client in whichever field you're at. For me, it was farming. When I started out, I was farming and I just needed to share and teach other people what I know on my YouTube channel. So a lot of people wanted to start farms. It doesn't matter which country of the world you're in. The biggest percentage of my viewers, I believe, comes from Kenya, United States of America, South Africa, the UK. Like, just think about it. One of the biggest cities where people view my videos from is New York. You can imagine London, where I can imagine not too many people are farmers, but probably they have interests in farming, or there are people who they advise to farm. So just put those videos out there as long as they are valuable. People had a desire to learn about farming. Maybe some people find it entertaining and interesting to them, but well, in the end, it's all value to them. So I created that and I put the videos out there. They're not the very highest quality. My videos are not like 4K. I just shoot and edit in 1080p on my phone. At the beginning, I was shooting in 4K, but I was like, hey, why? It's pointless because people don't really give a damn. The most important thing is that they need from me is the information. So when I shot that way, put the videos out there, people started watching them. Maybe it's comedy. You know, you may be wondering what value is attached to comedy. Well, some people are just tired and stressed at the end of the day and they want to laugh. And so if you can make them laugh hard enough, you're providing value to them. So if you want to start doing comedy, your channel will actually produce a lot of results if you're actually making people laugh. So yes, it doesn't matter what kind of content it is, as long as someone outside there could be interested in it, then all you need to do is provide value. Do it better than other people can do it. All you need to do is provide that value better than someone else can provide it, and then you're going to have people coming towards you. So then you might be asking and wondering, how about the personality? People keep talking about personalities here and there. You know, your personality has to be a YouTube kind of personality. All that is nonsense, guys, because all kinds of personalities are present in this world. For me, right now, I sound vibey, you know, I'm high energy, I'm upbeat, and that's who I am, you understand? But there are people who are low beat. You know, sometimes I get there and I just want to sit down and watch a really laid back, slow kind of video. And for example, there is a lady who I love so much. She's called Lena Blakely. I'll probably, you know, put an insert of her channel right here. You can check her out. She is so laid back. She's the kind of person who would appear boring to a big percentage of people. Her channel has over 1 million subscribers. And if you watch her videos, they don't have anything fancy like, you know, fancy intros. There's nothing like fancy texts, words popping in from wherever. There's nothing like fancy energy. Just her because she's an introvert talking to other introverts, other laid-back people who just want to probably sit in their bed and watch and, learn about their personalities or see how she deals with her life. And for her, she's delivering a lot of value to not only introverts, but people who want to cool down and slow down in their lives. You understand? So there's all kinds of personalities on YouTube. I've seen some people's channels on YouTube whose videos have completely no editing. The videos are 1 to 2 hours long. It's not like a serious vlog where you have different angles coming in. The person is probably just walking around with a GoPro the entire time and they're telling stories about different groups of people that they're meeting. No crazy editing, nothing, but the person always gets thousands and millions of views. All because they're delivering value. So personality is not so important. So then, how do I know what to talk about on YouTube? Well, the easiest way is knowing your unfair advantage. For me, when I started out on YouTube, my unfair advantage was that I was farming. Of course, I was a doctor too, but I felt like I had a better opportunity in farming because when I looked through YouTube, I didn't see a lot of people on YouTube doing farming videos. I was like, oh, unfair advantage. I'm a farmer. I can start out showing farming videos. So what's the unfair advantage that you have? It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's gaming, people watch a lot of gaming content, whether it's talking about books, whether it's talking about, flowers, whatever your unfair advantage is in the world, you can actually change it into something that a lot of people will be interested in, because it's very unlikely that whatever you're interested in, you're the only person interested in it in the entire world. I say YouTube channels where people are watching videos about printers. Can you imagine? Printers! And that's all they make videos about. And people watch them. That's crazy because there are people who are interested in printers. And the thing is that you don't need to be an expert. Yeah? That's the problem. That's the thing that a lot of people get scared about when they think about starting a YouTube channel. They're like, hey, I'm not an expert. How will I be talking about this? How will people judge me? Guys, when I started my farming channel, I was not an expert. It was my first time farming. It was my very first batch of chickens. I actually faced a lot of chaos that I actually shared on the channel. But the journey is actually more important than the destination. People are more interested in seeing the journey. It tells a better story because it makes them feel like they belong. You understand? It makes them feel like they are seeing what you're going through and it's actually something that they can go through. If you only give someone the destination, the end results, they're like, how did the person get there? It was probably too hard, yeah? But people want to actually be involved in your journey. So you don't need to wait to be an expert for you to start sharing your channel and your development on YouTube. Now you might be saying, hey, Dr. Daniel, I don't think I have an unfair advantage anywhere. There's nothing where I feel like I'm too good at or anything which I feel like I can specialize in and I can offer a lot of value to people. Well, in reality, you don't always need an unfair advantage. The most important thing is find somewhere to start. I'll give you guys an example. This channel, Dr. Daniel Masaba, is actually one of those channels which I started without a very clear view of where I wanted to go. I felt like I have a lot to offer, which is more than just farming. So I felt like I can actually create another channel and offer a lot of value. But when I created the channel, I didn't really know what exactly to talk about. When I started it out, I started by sharing dogs on the channel, then, a few other things. Now, here I am talking to you guys about YouTube. Right now, I'm a bit more clear about exactly what I need to talk about on the channel, but it hasn't always been that way. So the thing is that when you start, it becomes easier along the way because everything becomes clearer the more you talk about it. If you have 3 video ideas, start with those. Once you start with those 3 video ideas, other ideas are going to come along the way, either through the questions you get in the comment sections of those videos, or as you're sharing those videos, other ideas will keep popping up in your mind. So the most important thing is to start. Get outside there and start, and all these ideas are going to come up. So you're now thinking, hey, Dr. Daniel, are you trying to say that whenever I start and put my videos out there, I'm going to blow up? Of course, that's not true. There is competition, a lot of competition on YouTube that you actually have to hurdle through because everything you're going to start, most probably someone has started it outside there. So how do you stand out? It's about standing out. You actually making it big on YouTube is about standing out. And there are 3 factors that are so important. You see, in the end, it doesn't matter what you talk about, it doesn't matter how much value you offer. If people don't watch your videos, then you're never going to make it big on YouTube. The way YouTube works is that when people are watching your videos, more of your videos are recommended to other people, and then you blow up and you start getting a lot of views and a lot of money, and you become famous. But first, you need to get your videos viewed. And there are 3 things that matter so much. Number 1, the thumbnail. Number 2, the title. And number 3, the hook. We'll go through them very briefly. The thumbnail. You see, the thumbnail is the thing that you see when you're scrolling through YouTube. Me, every time I'm scrolling through YouTube, I only look at the thumbnails, and if a thumbnail looks nice and attractive enough, then I'll read the title. And if the title seems like it matches with whatever the thumbnail is, then I'll click on the video and start watching. So you need to make sure that your thumbnail pops properly. Your thumbnail should communicate something, it should make someone feel like they want to click on that video. Yeah, whichever way you choose to do it, you need to make sure that you pay a lot of attention to the thumbnail. Some people use words, some people use pictures with no words, some people use a lot of like clickbait. If you're using clickbait, it's important that the clickbait is not too much clickbait. It should, in the end, when someone watches the video, their desire or whatever they feel they are being baited to should actually be satisfied in the video. If you use clickbait, the thumbnail is talking about something and in the video there is nothing about it, a lot of people are going to be clicking away from the video and YouTube will stop recommending any of your videos. So it's important that you actually put whatever is in the clickbait in the video. So whichever way you choose to do your thumbnail, make sure you give it a lot of attention. Use popping colors, use very lovely text. Make sure that the thumbnail draws curiosity. And after the thumbnail, make sure that your title is very catchy, very, very catchy. In the end, this video is not about, thumbnails and titles and all these things. So you can watch a lot of other videos on YouTube where people talk about these things in detail. But the title is also very, very important. Your titles need to be in question format. They should also draw curiosity. It should work hand in hand with the thumbnail. It's not that whatever is on the thumbnail should be what is on the title. No, they should work hand in hand, complement each other so that they draw someone a little bit more to actually click on that video. And once someone has clicked on the video, then you need to make sure that the hook, the first few seconds of the video are actually up there. Your first 10, 15 seconds of video should never be boring. I see a lot of people, they start their videos with a logo, That's wasting time, guys. Every time, if I'm on YouTube and I'm watching a video, I click on a video, as soon as the video starts playing, I'm scrolling down to see the next video that I could watch. So if 5 seconds in, this video is hopeless, it's boring me, the person is still showing a logo, they're still greeting me, hi, how are you, how have you guys been? I'll get bored, guys, and I'll click on the next video because the thumbnail has been telling me something else, and here you are telling me, hi, how are you? So whatever your thumbnail is and your title is, you need to make sure that your first few seconds actually deliver that form of expectation. When someone watches the first few seconds, they should feel like, okay, this video actually has what I clicked for. Yeah. So your first few seconds are very, very important when you're starting out a YouTube video. So come on, go ahead and start that YouTube channel. Use these tips like I've shared with you. You're actually going to make it big because anything is possible on YouTube. Catch you guys very soon with another video. Don't forget to subscribe. Lots of love. Bye-bye.